What's up, everybody? I got something exciting to show you guys. Excuse me. Behind me right there is a bike I'm just finishing, putting the finishing touches on. There's a couple of little doodads to make and so on and so forth, some wiring and plumbing. But I built this bike in memory of my Uncle Karl, who passed away this past spring from pancreatic cancer. And it's the only way I know how to express myself and gratitude for people that have had a big impact on my life. And I have a handful of great uncles that have done that. I'm very blessed and fortunate to be part of a big family and have lots of cousins and uncles and aunts and grandparents and so on and so forth. So I'm very blessed for that aspect. So this is a way that I'm expressing my love for my uncle. My Uncle Karl, he was a gearhead. He worked at the Sydney steel plant and he could fix anything: cars, motorcycles, small engine repair, hospital beds and stuff like that. He was an all-around talent. And I'd like to think that I get some of my skill set from those people in my life, like being young and seeing them working on things, kind of lit a spark in me and stuff like that. Even though there's a wide roster of people that have influenced me over the years for custom motorcycle building and custom art building. So I'm just paying my respect to my uncle. I built this specifically for him. There's a couple of shout outs. I want to shout out to the guys at National Rad on Wise Road for lining the tanks. I've been going there for over 20 years. The guys are awesome. I want to thank Metals Are Us in Burnside for all the metal supplies and DOM tubing. Another great local company that have been here for a long time, and they're such a pleasure to deal with. The people there are great. John and Mark out back, and the ladies, and Doug in the office. They're all wonderful, wonderful people, and I'm sure there's more people, but that's just the people I see on the front lines picking up and putting orders in and stuff like that. I want to thank Sean the painter for laying such a beautiful base coat on the bike. He painted the front fender, the oil tank, the gas tank, the rear fender. And I want to thank and Sean the painter is on Instagram. I think if you plug in Sean the painter, you'll be able to find him, and so is Metals Are Us. You guys can check out all their stuff and what they do. And I want to thank Clifford Ketty from CK Signs for doing the beautiful artwork. Clifford is a true artist, and he just blows me away with his ideas. He, with colors and good advice he's giving to people like myself that may not know all the ins and outs of painting. Great guy, CK Signs. He's on Instagram. Go follow him. Really super talented dude. Everyone I'm mentioning is really talented and a really great business. And I'd also like to thank my company for putting the bike together, fabricating, doing all the powder coating, doing all the R&D, making everything, fixturing everything, because it takes a community of people to be able to build these hot rods. And a lot of people don't understand that. And there's a lot of people that will just kind of like harness the credit for themselves, which just isn't fair. Everybody should be known that's involved with these projects and stuff like that. And these are things that should be taken out and celebrated in the community. There's a lot of misconception and stuff around hot rod cars and choppers and cafe racers and bobbers and pro street and pro stock, and you got your true blue hot rod guys. These are wonderful machines that need to be celebrated and need to be shown to enthusiasts and the younger generation. There's a huge gap in the trades right now. I'm not going to kind of harp on that too much, but we need to get our younger folks involved and let them know that You know, trades can be a very beneficial way to make a living and stuff like, you know, and providing a good life for themselves. And there's this misconception that this stuff is, you know, not a huge misconception, because everybody that's in it knows that it's rad. But to the people that aren't, you know, aware of it, or not in the culture, or just kind of walk out and see this bike and are like, wow, you know, there should be nothing negative associated with this. You know, my friends and I in the community that I'm in with hot rods and choppers and motorcycles, we pay close attention. A lot of us have studied metallurgy, welding, fabricating, fixturing, you know, what material to use, what material not to use. So these may look like old school machines, but the processes that were used to put them together are very new, and very tidy and precise. So I just want to, inform people that they look cool, you know, but I want people to know the thought and everything that is involved with building this type of machine. Now, some of these machines, they're not meant to be ridden every day. Like this bike, I'm going to take out once in a while. I'm going to baby it because it's in memory of my uncle. I want to keep it preserved. Am I going to ride it? Yeah, heck yeah, I'm going to ride it. But it's not going to be my everyday driver. So it's very special to me. So those are all the shout outs I wanted to say. If I'm forgetting anybody, I'm really sorry. Anyways, I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys the bike. The fender's not mounted yet. It's just kind of floating there. So don't be picking at my work. I'm just kidding. You can pick away. So this is it. We got turn signals, tail light, the beautiful... I'll just give you a close-up of some of the stuff. The fender's handmade from 1/8 plate, and I'll show you guys this. It says Uncle Karl's Wild Ride, 1949 to 2025. I redid the top end of the motor, so the oil tank, the fender is completely handmade from supplies that we purchased from Metals R Us. The chain guard, the swing arm, the oil tank, the gas tank, the handlebars, the front end. We made everything here at the shop. The frame, everything. The exhaust pipes were like a bargain from Mid-USA. They were getting rid of some Cycle Shack stuff, so I ended up getting them for like, a really good price. Anyways, I'll show you the whole thing here. That's it on this side. Really happy, really proud of it. The colors are amazing. Clifford and Sean, hats off to you guys. Everything's nice and straight and true. The bars, everything lines up great. Here's the other side, the primary side, or the B side as people would call it. Full blinkers, turn signals, integrated module, speedometer with all your information, all your idiot lights. We made the switches, so you have kill switch, turn signals, high beam, low beam, and horn. And then start is underneath on the starter. We built the air breather from scratch, and then this is your crankcase vent lines going back into your filter, into your breather, sorry. The headlight I picked out from Mid-USA because it kind of mimicked I put bead rolls in the gas tank. You can see those. Anyways, that's the bike, and that's it. It's almost done, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to flip the camera back here in a second. All right, guys. Well, that was it. That was Uncle Karl's Wild Ride. an S&S Customs build completed in 2025. Not fully completed because I still, like I said, have a bit of stuff to do. Thanks for everyone that tuned in and liked the video. I realize I don't do a whole lot of videos. I'm not a huge YouTube fan of making the videos. I believe I have an extreme amount of really good content that could be filmed in here, but where I'm still working, and it's just not an option for me to be setting up cameras and stuff like that to build stuff to videotape. It's just, even though the content would be super killer and I know a lot of you would be interested in it, me personally, I just don't have the time to set up and stuff like that, to do all that and edit everything, because first and foremost I have to get my customers' parts ready right away and shipped right away, so that that we have money in the bank, so we can do little videos and stuff like this. So anyways, that was the bike. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this kind of version of our videos, leave a comment below, like, subscribe, ring the bell or whatever, all that stuff. And express yourselves artistically. You're able to do it, whether it be baking a cake or turning wood on a wood lathe, building custom motorcycles. You're more capable than what you give yourself credit for. Don't just fall in the rhythm of going to work and coming home and drinking 10 beer and then going to sleep, and it's just, you're not doing yourself any favors. Wake up and realize that every day that we live here is a gift, and every moment that we have with our loved ones is also a gift, and live like that and you'll be happy. You don't need a whole lot of things to be happy. Are you happy in your head? If you're not happy, then figure out what you're doing that's kind of shadowing your happy, or casting a shadow over your happiness, and do the opposite. I'm living proof of that, anyways, we're getting too philosophical. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Peace, God bless, and I hope everybody has a really, really great day.